Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our second match of the day. It will be Midwest versus TRU, Texas Toast. We're setting up right now. My name is Sheila Adams. I'll be joined shortly by Whitney Young in just momentarily as we're getting ready to start the kickoff right now. As we're getting ready to finalize the two rosters from both sides. As we're setting up, we're ready for the ref to start the official time to kick off. And we are off. Midwest kicks on. Looks like a strong run on by TRU, immediately brought down. Quick spin off, great taken by T. Littleton from TRU. As Midwest resets. Mary Waller going in. Ball immediately lost but picked up again by AJ Kimbrough. Taking it in. Strong run over from the halfback. AJ still pushing through, finally taken down. On the other side of the field, Casey Reynolds off to Madison Alha to Anita Crow, all to D Nova. Pass back in to Crow, and she's able to offload back towards the centers. Looks like Abby's taking it in as well too. Great effort, great push by TRU right off the bat. Murray Waller taking it in, number 3, getting me down by Midwest. Casey Reynolds looking for an open person.
Is it this one? What's it? It's this one. They're saying they can't hear us. Is it that one?
Okay. Getting pushed in. To Madison Omaha. Dodging tackle, but finally covered down by the rest of their backs. Casey on to Mary Waller yet again. Offload to Ireland. Patero. Ireland brings down. Almost poached, but able to retain rotation. T. Littleton with the quick rush in right there. Back to AJ Kimbrough. Pushing through. Inching closer and closer to the try line for TRU. Quick fast pace to Anita Crow. All the way. Looks like it's going to be a first try by TRU as they're rushing to the center. Great effort by TRU from Nadira Smith for the first try of the match.
Yeah, looking really, really good here. Quick start with TRU. I actually talked to their coaches yesterday, and just to recap that, we've got Megan Barrett and Holly Eicher, and then team manager Tracy Young for the TRU. They really wanted to come out fast and hard. They've played Pacific the last couple of years in the championship. They know this team. They're comfortable with them. They want to come out quick. They want to score a lot, get on the board as quick as they can.
Looks like we have our first blood sub from Midwest. Again, they fought hard, too, as they were rushing. Looks like that was taken down by their number 15, Lena Vin of Midwest, as they do a quick blood sub real quick to clean that one up. Looks like D Nova setting up for the first kick of the match. Kick is good. That brings our first score. TRU 7, Midwest 0.
Fantastic stuff. So we'll wait for this restart. Pacific, by no means, speaking to their coaches this morning a little bit, by no means are going to sit on their laurels. Yesterday, they were really disappointed to let that match drop yesterday. They're going to come out hard and fast and use their size. If you're looking at the size matchup, wait till the scrum and then look when the backs line up as well. They've got size on their side.
Definitely so. As we're setting up for the next kickoff, TRU ready to receive. Talking real close, coming up with a quick game plan from Pacific Northwest Lex. There's a kick to Abby. Abby taking it in immediately, offloading to the wing, taking it officially off. Mary Waller with a quick pickup, still holding it inside of the game of play. Casey on to T. Littleton as she plows through. Casey trying to maintain possession. AJ Kimbrough with the plow through past the 50-meter mark right now. TRU going with the quick hands as they're seeing the back line, doing some damage as they're going. Looks like Crow beating him on the far outside. Crow taking off, offloading to D Nova as they're passing it back to the centers. Looks like M. Aurora to Amy, or excuse me, Leslie, officially brought down by PNW, excuse me. Quick, fast pace from TRU. Madison, looks like number 13, Abby Higgins. On to number 14, Natalie Nonek. Oh, very close. However, they was still awarded a try. Great effort from that back line.
I think this is what we wanted yesterday, a quick, fast match. We wanted, this all day, and I think we're going to see it in the rest of the games today. This one going from all the way over to the right, you're over to Nava, and coming all the way back to this other side, seeing, eventually Noah and Nick touching it down. That's Natalie from the Dallas Harlequins. Really nice effort, quick start by TRU. I imagine Pacific's going to just go down, and the end goal, just take a second, compose themselves. We know they can play rugby. We know that they're going to bring this back together. They're not going to panic.
Definitely so. I mean, we're seeing a lot of fast-paced rugby from TRU right off the bat. They know what they do. It looks like they took the time to take a reset. They played this team before last year. They know, hey, what they're going up against. So these quick balls, throwing their defensive line right off the bat, great game plan from TRU thus far.
Her kick is short. We didn't have a chance to talk about I don't know if you talked about the referees. Did you talk about them, Sheila?
Not just yet.
Awesome. So we've got Katie Roth in the center. She's from Colorado. This is a high-performance event for our referees as well. We bring in high-performing women referees, and we try to support them as much as we can. And then we've got support ARs, Ross Davies from Dallas and Brad DeLong also from Dallas. Oh, no, it looks like it's Joe Meyer. Sorry, they made us switch there. So really appreciate the support of TRRA. That's our local referee society, bringing in coaching officials and referees and ARs. Super fantastic support at this event.
The conversion kick was no good, so our total score TRU 12, PNW 0. Let's see what they can do. Again, fast-paced rugby from TRU as we start from the kick again. This time, the kick was received to Emma. Quick takedown. Casey to Gabby Chaplin. Gabby getting brought down very quickly. Looks like Pacific Northwest is realizing the pressure that they need to apply to TRU as they're pushing them back. AJ Kimbrough yet again breaking the gain line as she plows through, almost dodging the tackle right there from their number 9, Show Marcus. Looks like they drew a penalty right there. Quick tap from Casey Reynolds right there. Onto Madison, onto Gabby, working that back line right there. Nadira Smith coming in and offloading to D Nova. Yet again, onto Gabby. Gabby plowing through the gain line once again. Great effort right there, eventually brought down. Casey tried to pick up, but unfortunately not rolling away. Another penalty awarded for TRU.
Yeah, and you're right. That's 2 in a row, essentially. We had one down here at the 40 and then one here now. So penalties, 2 of them doesn't always add up to something, but could be looking at some pressure for Pacific.
Definitely so. Pacific realizing what they're doing. They're trying to regain themselves defensively, but again, TRU with the quick hands. We're seeing fast-paced rugby. Thankfully, their back line and their front line support, they're being there the entire time, ready to run up onto the ball the entire time, and allowing them to plow through those open holes and sucking in the defense as they've done time and time again. So great effort from TRU right off the bat.
Looks like it's going to go first pod here. They're going to maul. It goes quick. It's on roller skates. Got Kimbo at the back trying to pull this out. Going to have to pull it out. Here comes Casey Reynolds. She's going to pull this out. Out to Abby. Always with a deft first step for Abby. Got Leslie in there needing a little bit more support. I do see Pacific lining up. They're ready for this. The green wall is there. It's picked off the back by the captain, Mary Waller. Looks like we may go to the backs now. Now Whitney's having to come in and play a little bit of scrum half. Going to go to the weak side, out to Nadira. She offloads. Try in this corner. Touch called by Ross Davies. Heartbreaker.
Great effort by Ireland right there. She was trying to beat on the outside, but wasn't quite there. Smart effort, smart team effort between Nadira Smith and Ireland right there on the far corner right there. Let's see what they can do. And again, hopefully Pacific Northwest can tighten up their defensive end and try to push them back as they're now in their danger zone.
They are, and they're going to have to try to work this out. Let's see what they can do. Got Hopkins on the throw-in. We have seen them have a bit of kicking over the tournament. It's going to be short to the front. Down to the deck now. They're going to run a pod, just get a little bit of space. Looks like it's been stolen, though. I think that's Emma Ori. Yes, I think that's Emma going over for the TRU. What a steal. Kimbrough with the try there, not Emma.
Fantastic effort right there, realizing Even though, yes, they might initially started off with possession, we're right here, so let's go for it. Great effort right there, applying the pressure, running into the face, as I would say, for TRU as they're scoring. Looks like D Nova setting up for yet another conversion. Let's see what she can do with that wide angle attempt. Nava, sorry, for the attempt.
And Dee is a kicker on her Sharks team in Houston. She's typically quite good at these long-distance kicks. And, of course, she did get it. Good. I didn't curse her. Wonderful kick there.
Looks like that will bring our score TRU 19, Pacific Northwest 0.
Interestingly enough, yesterday in this match, Pacific's match, they were able to go up 19-0 at the half, and then Capital came back. So we can definitely see these comebacks happen. So wouldn't write anybody off. This is an experienced side, Pacific. They've got players from all over the Pacific Northwest up there: Orsu, Western Washington, Seattle, Tacoma, Emerald City, Boise, Salem, Washington, University of Washington, all over the place, West Washington. So they're a very experienced team. It's a little bit of a deep kick about halfway down. Well taken by Gabby. Now it's into Leslie Schroeder's hands. Offloading to Abby. Really seeing go-forward leg drive from TRU today. A little bit of a miss pass to Littleton. Tiara had to work yesterday. We're excited she's here today. And then quickly over the 50-meter line, Pacific starting to have the defensive line. There's not really a launch happening, so TRU is able to break this gain line almost every time they're touching the ball. There's a nice big tackle by Pookie. Teammates asked her to call her Pookie this morning. We'll do it. It's into Leslie's hands again. A little bit of disorganization by the jerseys in green. It's going to go out to the side to Nadira. She scored twice yesterday. She's dangerous on the outside. Looks like she's going to do it again and touch this down for her first try of this match.
Great job for Nadira. That outside run right there. Fundamental Rugby swinging it out to the outsides for their wingers. Great job on that effort right there. Like you mentioned earlier, we've seen Pacific Northwest. They are a tough team to beat. This is not an easy team to go up against on either side. We've seen a lot of great things, the defensive line, their attacking line. But again, TRU, they're not allowing them to get any space whenever they have possession. We saw that earlier, the try before, where they're in that danger zone corner. Yes, they had possession, but they applied the pressure and regained that possession for TRU to score that last try right there. So we are definitely in for a good match. Again, too early to call. A comeback can happen at any time. So we're happy to see what's going to happen coming up.
Yeah, and I think we saw that yesterday. Pacific has some real strikers. It's particularly Ferris at 10, the captain, and then their scrum half, Marcus. And then we saw several tries, their wings, Tillman, and also we saw Hansen yesterday, especially having a lot of power, a lot of strength. So definitely not counting them out. They've just got to get a little bit of ball possession time here.
Conversion was good for D Nava. That will officially bring our score. TRU, I believe, it will be 26. Pacific Northwest 0.
All right, Pacific going to restart us here. About 13 minutes gone in this match. They're going to go a little bit deeper. It does get a bounce on it, but picked up by Abby. Misses one defender, now triple tackled. Does go down an poach attempt, but does eventually get out of there. And then out to Gabby. What a smashing tackle that was! Woo! That was Pookie putting down a hammer. She has another one. 2 tackles in a row for Pookie.
Pookie definitely on her game. We saw a lot of great tackles just for that one player yesterday. So I'm happy to see her turn on and shift it on the gear.
Now it's all out to the TRU again, out to Nava, to Nadira. She's going to go around the outside. She has one chaser. This is the Captain Faria. She is quick, but she's just going to keep her on the outside, it looks like. Oh, Nadira's able to step her. Oh, just rubbing salt in that wound. What a try.
What a goose step from Nadira Smith. You don't necessarily see that quite often. Great sportsmanship between the two on that last try. Definitely something that we like to see from both teams. Definitely giving kudos to Nadira as well as the Pacific Northwest. Let's talk about those strong impacts from Pookie right there at the beginning of that first set of phases that last round. 2 amazing tackles, one towards Gabby. Gabby's normally a power force to break those game lines. Pookie said, no, not today. Took her down right there off her feet.
Yeah, I think these are things that Pacific can look to build on, right? Big tackles, big up-in-your-face contact. You know, these are the little things that you're going to work on and then build pieces of momentum to kind of get yourself back into this game.
Definitely agree, definitely agree. Hopefully they can shift it into gear. We would love to see them play some rugby. Again, 2 strong teams that are coming onto the field. Again, Pacific Northwest, we've seen them play yesterday, we've seen them play last year. TRU has a strong roster of women, so again, we're in for a great match between the two. Last conversion was made, so the new score will be now TRU 33, Pacific Northwest 0.
And Pacific taking just an extra moment down there, gather themselves. You can see Pookie leading the team out. She's at the line first here. Let's see what they can do.
Looking down the line to make sure everybody's set, ready to go. Has the fire in their eyes.
Going to go back to that middle of the pitch kick. Casey Reynolds on the catch. Out to Emma T. Nice leg drive there. A poach attempt, but it's cleared out. Here comes Pookie again. She misses one, but it's out to Schroeder. She's on the run. She's dangerous with those long legs. She's got Gabby in support. Tries for it. It's going to be forward. Scrum to Pacific.
Great run right there. She had support with Gabby. Unfortunately, Gabby was slightly in front of her, so she couldn't offload successfully. Pacific Northwest thinking quite quickly to bring them down. So great effort to stop that run for Pacific Northwest. Let's see how we can do this for both sides. First scrum of the match.
And we'll have to see, you know, typically both of these sides have a pretty powerful pack. I did also, when talking to the TRU coaches this morning, they made selection choices a little bit based on size here just so they could make sure they had the matchup, particularly in that front row, making sure that they've got, you know, a weight advantage or at least making it a negligible. Marcus with the put in. You see Reynolds all up in her space. It's a quick hook. Going to take it out the back. It's Jackson. She's having to go backwards, though. Here's Farias. She's very dangerous with the ball in hand, and there it is. There's the dummy. She wants the switch. Very nice job. That's Fletcher. Able to keep it in, but looks like TRU is going to turn this over. Gabby with the turnover. Pacific coming in on defense, getting a little bit organized, a little slow to get organized. Going to go out to the left. T on the carry. Rumbles on through a first tackler. Here we go on the left, going out to the backs. Omen with the nice vision to see we've got a little bit of space on the outside. Crow on the good cover. Gonna bring that back right now. It's into Emma's hands, to Gabby. Space again, Pacific's flooding the defender's right. That's into Littleton's hands. Counter ruck, Pookie getting in there again. How many times are we gonna say her name this half? Nice little step by Whitney Omen Wilson out of Dallas Harlequins. Leslie coming around. We're just missing those one-up tackles by Pacific right now. It's really starting to hurt them. Split. Tiara Littleton with a little step inside. She's going to step a defender and fly over for a try. Wonderful.
Great effort for T. Littleton right there. Dr. T. Littleton right there as she came up, saw an open window right there and attacked it. Flawless run right there from T. Littleton.
She's a doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Littleton. You didn't
Woo!
know?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Doctor on the call, ma'am. Great runs right there. Great way to save the ball without putting it out of play right there as it was recovered by Gabby Chapin of the Austin Valkyries right there, putting it back in. We saw a lot of sideline to sideline right there from the backs. Amazing pod action right there as well, too. I mean, clear pod, they were able to set it up, slow the pace down just a little bit, just for them to take off. Great effort by TRU.
Conversion is good. Bringing it up 40-0.
As we're slowly approaching the 20-minute mark of the first half, we're seeing a lot of great things. I mean, the poach attempts from Pacific Northwest, again, TRU realizing, oh, no, not today. We need to keep this pace going. So hopefully they can continue that momentum. We're hoping to see as well Pacific Northwest try to kick in their momentum as well as we start this kickoff.
Nice catch by T. She's fresh legs from she didn't get to play yesterday. Gonna go out to the left. There's space on the outside. Not needed, though. Gabby's right through the middle. Farias missing that one. Does she have the leg? She's got one in pursuit. Keying, trying, grabbing. Gabby's able to just get that over.
What a run from Gabby Shapin of the Austin Valkyries. Taken off. She said, no, not today. You cannot touch me. Almost brought down towards the end, but she was able to put the ball down. Great run again for Gabby Shapin right there.
And I think we're seeing one of our first subs for Pacific. We've got Artie Thornton of Orsu coming on. We'll get you to figure out who went off. John, is that 7 or 12? Who's off? Number 6 coming off for Pacific, Megan Ward.
Looks like Madison Omha Wilson of the Dallas Harlequins will be doing this kick this time around, as she's going to be kicking for center post.
John, have you had 2 subs?
Kick is good. Great kick from Madison right there. That now brings our score 42-0.
See if some fresh legs for Pacific can make some of the difference here. We talked a little bit about the TRU coaching staff, really experienced coaching staff for Pacific. Bowie Baravelli, Meg Foster, Claire Lundry. You may recognize some of those names. Some famous folks. We'll have to see as we get closer to halftime what the changes they can also ring. Maybe change up some positions, change up some game plan. But kick, it's going to go right to Abby this time. She's going to try to step her first. She does. Doesn't quite get around the edge. Finally brought down a nice from-behind tackle by Tillman. But it's T again with the first carry. Then to Mary Waller. It's Mary Waller's birthday today. Happy birthday. Offloads to Leslie. And then into, keep looking at the wrong roster, Ireland's hands. We got lots of space on the outside for the TRU. Omen Wilson's going to put it up. Little kick pass, wonderful skill. First real opportunity here for Pacific. Let's see what they can do with it. Big tackle by Omen Wilson. Penalty, it's going to go away. Now it's a penalty to the TRU. Reynolds is going to go quick again. Out to Nadira. Into Nava. She's looking for support. She gets it in Emma. Emma's been absolutely deadly. Played for the Kenya national team. Now at Texas A&M. Back out to Smith again. Oh, wonderful tackle. But it looks like the try was rewarded first.
Great effort from Nadira. Was able to reach her arm down before getting flipped over on that corners part right there. Great effort right there. We're seeing a lot of great plays. You know, Pacific Northwest, like you said, had a chance, but again, getting it to their girl, not letting them set up properly to make an effective attacking run for Pacific Northwest. Great job from TRU.
11 again. Yep. So that's Nadira Smith's 4th try of the match, just absolutely uncorking and showing everybody what she's got.
Definitely agree. On fire. Looks like they switched out the kickers. This is now Madison's 2nd kick, conversion kick for this first half. Conversion is no good. The score will remain 52-0.
Yeah, quite the turnaround from yesterday where we saw Pacific having a very early lead and then did lose it to Capital, and you never know how the team is going to come out the second day. They're going to come out just frothing at the mouth or maybe just a little bit deflated. Still lots of time to play here. We've only got 25 minutes gone. See if we can have any difference makers here for Pacific. A little bit of kick communication, miscommunication between Tiara and Emma. Picked up by Pacific. That's Louie King. Really big opportunity here for Pacific. A little bit of a knock-on by Texas, so it'll still be a Pacific ball. But this could be the change that we need for Pacific to get some points on the board, get the ball in their hands. They really haven't had it in their hands.
Absolutely. I mean, we might see just a momentum change for Pacific. Again, they need to capitalize on this particular scrum and get the ball out as quickly as possible. Again, we've seen a lot of fast ball from TRU. They need to do the same in response with this scrum.
And we've talked a little bit about Farias. She's very dangerous in that first receiver position. I think throwing dummies and selling everything to everybody yesterday. Scored 2 tries on her own. So would like to see, you're going to see her try it. She doesn't always give it, right? She always gives a half dummy and then will pass it off sometimes. So we'll see. But they've got to win this scrum first. So fed by Marcus. Big pressure from the TRU. They're able to hold it a little bit. See if they can get this out here. Advantage, though. It's not driving straight. So Jackson's going to take it off the back. Big tackle. Going to go out to the right to Farias. The winger was inserting there. That was Tillman, but still kept in the hands by Brown. A little bit of a fight there at the ruck, but coming back for this scrum advantage. Was not pushed straight in the scrum. They're going to go quick. Out to Jackson. Giving it to Pookie. She's not going to pass. She's going to smash. Jackson now to Tillman. Ooh, she's hitting the corner. We have an injury. Trainers. Looks like we do have an injury that we're going to get a look at here. I think it may be the scrum half Marcus. I have to check that for you. Just when Pacific was getting some momentum. So we've got lots of trainers here. We've got lots of support, so they'll get her looked at. And we do have more action for you coming up today. We've got more matches, 2 more matches today at 12:30. We'll see the Tier 2 championship, really, really important match. We'll see the winning team of that match will move up to Tier 1 next year, and then the loser will move down. It will remain in Tier 2. So that'll be between the South Panthers and Midwest White at 12:30, and then at 2:15, Midwest Green versus Capital in the Tier 1 championship. We'll be giving away some hardware and some medals in those games. So it does look like we're going to have her come off. Is it 9? Is it number 9? And we'll have number 24 coming on for Pacific. So Sydney Copeland comes on out of West Washington University. And looks like we have a penalty to Texas. Yeah, it does look like it is Marcus that has come off. Wishing her all the best. So TRU will put it into the corner and have a line out.
Again, with the substitution with Sydney Copeland, I would like to say she had some fantastic matches, game plays yesterday. I mean, with Pacific Northwest. Definitely hitting a lot of unders lines. So I'm excited to see that happen again today and see how TRU responds to those quick plays. Nice take from TRU as they pass out. Lost the ball, unfortunately, but able to clean up. Let's see if they can get out of their danger zone as their backs are literally against the wall, against the try line.
A little bit messy here. Looks like Pacific's going to turn it over. They are. It's Jackson off the back of the ruck. We did see quite a bit of this yesterday doing rhinos. Penalty, TRU, off their feet. They tried to steal that. So momentum definitely swinging to Pacific.
Definitely so. I mean, TRU, they need to shapen up with their defensive line. Pacific Northwest, they're benefiting from these penalties back to back as they're inching closer and closer towards the try line. Let's see what they can do as they swing it all the way out. Can Nadira Smith apply pressure to their number 12, Alex Fletcher.
Now we've got the fullback coming in. This is Lena Vienne. She was very dangerous yesterday. Pacific going to the left, changing their attack. We do have, it looks like Pookie is down also for Pacific. Just maybe getting her breath. She took a huge hit from Mary Waller just a minute ago. We saw this yesterday from Pacific too. They're not afraid to slow it down, get their pod set up, and then restart from it. They don't always take quick ball, even when it's available to them. Another penalty. TRU 3 penalties in a row under a lot of pressure. We're going to go time off. They're going to come out and check Pookie as well. But really seeing the momentum and the pendulum swing towards Pacific, and then TRU struggling a bit. A couple penalties there. They could be in some trouble inside their own red zone. Hey, John, did you just have another sub? Yep. 18? Go ahead.
So it looks like 18
Tiapa
is going in for Pookie Aya.
That'll be a big loss. Pookie is the heart of this side right now.
Very much so. Before we kicked off for this match, she was hyping the Pacific Northwest team up to make sure they started off strong. And again, you can definitely feel that she was a very powerful force right there, kicking them in, kicking them in the gear, especially as we've seen the momentum change for the teams.
We're going to just have a water break here as they take a look at Pookie, but I think this change here will get Pacific some points here. You know, this can swing the whole game a certain direction. Going to have to see how deep their bench is here. What can Pacific bring to the pitch? Move some of these players around and see what they can do for these couple, 13 or so, 12 minutes or so left in this first half of this match.
Definitely seeing them regrouping. Definitely try to come up with a game plan again. Getting the TRU team against their own wall. Again, they're practically, a few meters away from their try line. They know they can do it. They just need to play smarter. Again, we saw it a little bit before we had the time off, trying to beat the ball or get the ball all the way out wide to beat Nadira, the deadly winger for the TRU team.
All right, looks like Pookie's going to get up here. She may not coming. Maybe she's going to stay on. Just needed an extra break there, maybe. We'll have to work out the substitutions here. They'll work that out. But getting us restarted is Copeland. She's going to go right out to that winger, to Tillman. Try scorer yesterday. It looks like Pacific's going to put one in. They don't even need Pookie.
Great effort from Pacific Northwest.
Players on the field.
Pacific Northwest pushing it all the way towards the corner right there. Looks like we are seeing a momentum change as we're finally able to put some points on the board. 5 points right off the back as we're setting up for a conversion kick on a fall wide angle kick for their conversion.
All right, so it looks like Pookie is going to stay on, so we may see Tia Opa later. But a really nice comeback for Pacific. It's what they needed. They can build on this. Plenty of time left in this half to keep coming back and bringing it to TRU. Here, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we did it yesterday, it's fine. Yeah. If you come back and win, then we're going to have a fight.
Something tells me. Might not be our day.
You got this. You got this. Yeah, no overtime today, no kicks. And
No 22 drops.
we said we'll move it to the 5 this year. Just waiting for Farias to have this kick attempt, this conversion attempt.
Kick is a little bit low. TRU getting excited. Pacific Northwest officially on the board as they set up to receive for this bout.
And we talked a little bit about these coaching staffs, and an emphasis for the TRU this year has been mental skills. They really have brought on Madison Gray, who also worked with ARPTC and out with Jules McCoy out there in Little Rock. They've really focused on, their connections and their focus. So the loss yesterday was hard, but they came out today and are leaning on those connections and that focus. So we'll have to see how the rest of this match goes. Huge hit by Tierra Littleton there. Caught by Copeland. We'll see if Pacific can keep this. It looks like they do have a rucker in there, but they're going to be able to keep this. They get this out to King out of West Washington. There are college players on this side, so it's very interesting to see these players mix in. Out to Farias. She's going to skip a bunch of players, hit Pookie on the edge. Attempt at a poach there by TRU, but they're not able to get it, so we'll keep the attack. Copeland, little dummy there, a little step. Loose ball. Looks like Pacific's fallen on it first. Copeland's there. She's having to ruck. She's getting pulled in. We may see a pick and go here from the base. No penalty. Pacific penalized for not rolling.
Again, you're definitely seeing the gears kick up on both sides. You know, Pacific Northwest, after that try that they got, that fantastic try on the corner, you know, they're getting their mindset right. Again, we're seeing TRU with those fast, quick feet, beating them, killing that space outside. I would tell people, not allowing them to get that forward momentum, the attacking momentum that PNW needs to either try to score on the outside or just run the ball.
Nice line out by TRU. A little bit messy off the top, but they're able to get it into Whitney Oman's hands, out to Crow, and then now all the way out to Nowick. And we're going to have a little bit of a discussion here. Oh, no, referee right on it. Katie Roth says it was knocked on by Nava. So good defense by Pacific causing that knock on.
Yes, again, great defensive line right there from Pacific Northwest. TRU had the right idea, but unfortunately, it was a bit of a unlucky type situation. They were right there. They knew exactly what needed to happen as they're straightening up right now.
May also have been held up. The signal there was a little bit funky, but now they're doing a goal line dropout, so a held up by Pacific. So really good defense to slide in there and get their hands underneath that. So this will come back to TRU. It's straight to Reynolds. She's going to look to offload to Gabby. Smashed by Jackson. What a tackle. TRU able to retain, though. Going to go out to the left to Littleton, or to Kimbrough. And they need some help on the right. You can hear them screaming for help. Pacific. Going to go out to Crow, who dummies one. Now gets it off to Smith. She beats one. Still leg driving. Fifth try for Nadira Smith.
She is on fire. Let's talk about it real quick. I mean, they know she's going to be right there on the support wing as just when they need her. Jay basically saying, look, just go out as far as possible. We'll get the ball to you. And sure enough, Nadira sneaking in from the outside, beating that defensive line to score yet another try, her fifth try of this match. And we're still in the first half. How amazing those runs from Nadira Smith.
Yeah, really big turnaround for the TRU. Know that they're really happy with this so far. And we'll have to see again that halftime chat. You know, you typically say they go to the sheds. We don't have any sheds here. But when they go to the sheds and get that chat with their coach, you never know what Pacific's going to come out at the second half with.
Looks like D. Nava is kicking out for the third time. No, Madison Omaha Wilson was kicking before. Looks like they're going to be interchanging.
Well, when every try is scored in the corner, you kind of hate your day as a kicker.
I mean, you do. But, hey, we've been seeing some fantastic kicks from both of those women, both Dee and Madison. So, again, conversion was just under the goalpost, so they will not get the conversion. The score now has been updated 57-5 in favor of TRU. Pacific Northwest setting up to kick off again towards TRU. Looks like caught by Littleton as she's going in. Plowing through two tackles, eventually brought down close, just shy of the 50-meter mark. Casey Reynolds shifting off to Mary Waller. Mary said not today. Attempts offload but stripped by Pacific Northwest as they scream towards the sideline and recovered. Jackson going in, but brought down by Casey Reynolds. Poach attempt. Holding on, not releasing. Penalty against Pacific Northwest as Casey Reynolds sets up for the quick tap.
Reynolds just going to get that barely into touch as she wipes the sweat off her forehead, barely making it into touch.
That was an exciting last few phases right there. Stripped the ball from TRU. Again, you could tell this Pacific Northwest team select looks like Louisa Keeling
With the strip.
with the strip. Again, you can see that they are hungry for it. Great take from TRU. Unlucky hands from Gabby, but she recovers. Taken down by the number 21, Ari Thornton. Again, ball to Nadira Smith as she's running up the sidelines. Pacific Northwest meeting her right there as they cause the breakdown. Attempting to strip, but TRU recovers. Mary Waller going in. Eventually brought down.
What hands by Leslie Schroeder. They're picking that up off the grass.
Yes, yes. Again, another quick ball. Gabby to Ireland. Ireland hitting the holes. Eventually going down. Unfortunately landing on top of somebody, but looks like they are okay. But stripped by Pacific Northwest. They regain possession. Let's see what they can do with the poach attempt as the support is not quite there. Jackson going in, but met with Tiara Littleton. Dr. Tiara Littleton bringing her down. As they're slowing down pace, everybody is set up, trying to find an exit strategy. Caught by Nadira Smith, and Nadira running it in. Unstoppable, yet another try right in the middle for her 6th try of the day. Nadira Smith on fire, bringing our now current score 62-5 TRU.
What a turnaround there. You know, Pacific is in there. They're trying to poach. They're stealing. They're getting the ball. That clearing kick just seemed to be off the side of Farias's foot. Didn't quite go where she wanted it to go and landed in perhaps the most dangerous person's hands, in Nadira Smith's hands, and then she dances it in for her 6th try.
I think they're starting to realize, do not get the ball towards her direction. We have to take her down. Hopefully they come up with a game plan right there to stop Nadira, but as of right now, she is on fire. As we're waiting for Madison Omaha Wilson to kick the conversion kick. Conversion is good. Now updated score will be 59-5. It will be the half in favor of TRU. Hopefully we can see some updated game changes or game plans for both teams as they take the time for halftime to regroup.
Woo! Crazy game.
Oh no.
Not what I expected at all. Expected Pacific to come out and
What's been the best match you've watched this tournament so far?
I mean, that Capital comeback yesterday was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
13-7 or 13-5 to like
19-0, and they,
It was 19-0.
I love when people die
at half,
Oh, wow.
and then they won 31-19. That was pretty fantastic yesterday.
Because after they started scoring, the other team didn't score at all.
Oh, you got part of the cricket field too. Anyhow, totally random.
crazy first half. How do we reset this, Josh?
Hold the right button.
This one?
So it's a workout timer. So you gotta start it, and then it'll give you a 10-second countdown.
Oh, it's just a tiny version
Yeah.
of,
Have a clock on bed.
yeah.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey,
morning.
good morning. How are you?
Good, good. All right, that's the first match,
Okay.
and that's the second.
Sweet. Put them here. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the footage she pulls is actually pretty dope.
Oh yeah. So.
The drone photos?
Yeah.
So I just posted this on my Instagram and tagged y'all. But it's,
Yeah, I saw the tag come through. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Nice.
Yeah. Again, this is just.
Woo!
It's just the app picking highlights out of what I just shot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a little more open play and not enough,
Yeah.
not all the scores that I wanted, but you know.
Yeah, but it's still cool. Minimal effort to
Minimal
get that is
effort,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that the app can like create an algorithm to capture those certain
Yeah.
things, that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, like that was them running after a kick and not showing the kick made, but
We're going to do 30 minutes for the second half because of Green. They're worried about the shape of their numbers that are doubling. So.
Sounds good. Cool. We won't talk about that. We don't care.
We won't.
Nope, we don't care.
Why?
just do what I did and say minutes remaining. Minutes
Yeah,
remaining.
yeah. Just because we don't want to, I don't want to highlight, like, you know, we want to focus on the players. And, yeah.
I'm cool with it.
I think my feet hurt today.
Gotta get them Dr. Scholl's, you know?
I know, right?
I remember I got like my first pair of like Dr. Scholl's inserts. I'm like, I feel old, but my feet feel great.
But I feel amazing at the same
time.
That's awesome. All right, so next we got Tier 2 Championship.
Yes, y'all do. That is a health hazard all the way. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Second half of this Tier 1 consolation match. Just a reminder that the winner will stay in Tier 1. The loser will be relegated to Tier 2 and has to come back next year and try to win their way back up. We follow that format if you're old like me who played in the ITTs or NASCs. So this one, even though disregarding the scoreline, this is a huge match for these teams, specifically Pacific being the reigning champions last year, will want to give everything they've got in this second half.
Setting up for kickoff, D. Nava with a kick. Looks like just short of the 10. As we're figuring out what they're going to elect, whether they're going to take a penalty kick or go for a scrum.
It'd be a re-kick or a
Or
scrum.
excuse me, a re-kick,
Yep,
excuse
yeah.
me. What's his name? Josh, do it over. We need to be able to see everybody.
So it'll be that scrum. Every once in a while in like a college game, you'll see that re-kick. So we'll have to see if we've had any replacements. Looking at the faces of Pacific, I don't believe I see any changes. And then same with the TRU. So just that one early sub or 2 subs for Pacific. So staying with their starts. All right. Copeland looking to put this in for Pacific. Make sure they can start off on the right foot. It's a good feed. A little bit of a push from the TRU. It does get pushed over and it's stolen. So Casey goes to the right out to Crow. Out to the wing,
Natalie.
to Noack, and into touch. So just running out of a little bit of space there.
Great effort made from TRU for that last scrum. Again, you know, Pacific Northwest did have possession, but that strong scrum right there, trying to put a momentum swing for TRU as we start off the second half.
Nice off the top by Leslie. The pass from Reynolds is a bounce pass, but Gabby, no problem, from the Valkyries, picks it up. Counter-rucking, stolen by Pacific. Jackson going backwards, looking for a little bit of support. She finds it. And Tillman, but maybe a little bit of a knock-on. We'll see. We have an injury, Pacific player, a hand injury or a wrist injury possibly. We'll have to see. Can't quite see who this player is. Might be 7 or 3 as she's leaning over. 13. So this is Becca Brown out of Boise. Going to get a quick check on her.
Again, right off the bat that we saw a couple of poach attempts, some successful, some not successful, a little frantic after that last lineout that we saw from Pacific Northwest and eventually stolen off from TRU. As again, we see how much meter gainage they've gained from TRU from their side of the 50 onto the Pacific Northwest side of the 50. Again, definitely applying that pressure. Pacific Northwest wanting to try to swing momentum in their favor, but unfortunately, TRU's right there in their face, beating them up. Looks like number 13, Becca Brown, has been cleared to continue to play. She just needed a break. Looks like the ref is signaling them to start off for the scrum, so let's see what we can do. If Pacific Northwest can get it back on their side of the pendulum, or if TRU can dominate this defensive end and get in their faces to kill the space.
We'll have to see. We have seen, as you mentioned, TRU has been able to kind of shove them around a little bit in the scrum. It's not every time, but enough to disrupt at the back. Jackson's had to be pedaling backwards and picking often, so we'll see how this one goes. It's more of the same. Jackson's having to rush to get it out. She does well this time. She finds Farias, looks for Copeland. Copeland was just trying to get out of the way, but she's able to run around, beats one, tackled well by Whitney Oman-Wilson, and then Pacific having to work this one out. Penalty, though, against the attack. Ball carrier not releasing. Nadira Smith thinks about going quickly. Maybe she wants that 7th try.
You can see the smile on her face. She knows she was thinking about it too, but she was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Just kick it out. Let's get a better field position. As you can see, she was hungry yet laughing about that quick offload.
What do you got?
I got off. Off is 28 and 4. It's Ireland and AJ.
So it looks like we've got a couple of subs coming in for the TRU. Coming onto the pitch, we have Amanda Martinez of the Sharks.
Ren.
And then we also have Ren from the San Antonio Riveters coming on. Line out does well. We've got Abby on the curve around. Going to go out to the backs. Oman-Wilson, Crow, Higgins. Going to give it to Natalie. Beats one defender. She's got an immediate poacher, though. That was absolutely beautiful. That's the fullback Vienne. Wonderful work there. And Pacific, this is what we've seen. They're not afraid to slow this down, control it a little bit. Out to Jackson, who's carried so many meters today. Great support by Pacific. Going to maybe look for this kick off of Farias's foot. We'll see. No, they're going to run it out. Who's out in the back line? That's Pookie. Good support for her. Copeland's going to go with the box kick. Nobody at home. Nadira's going to have to turn back and race for this one. We've got Nava coming over as well. Farias is there. Nice tackle. Got a little bonus view there of Smith. Penalty. Pacific. Offsides the TRU.
Great effort from Pacific Northwest, giving themselves some breathing room, realizing they were in danger. Great kick from Copeland right there, giving us the space. No one right there. Not the fullback, not the wing. That's what we were suspected. Allowing the chase to happen, applying that pressure to draw that offside call. So great job, Pacific Northwest.
It's a good kick, a little bit of a bounce, but gets really good distance. Great kick by Copeland. Get them on the other side of the pitch. Here comes those subs for the TRU. So again, we're going to welcome Amanda Martinez of the Sharks on and Ren from the San Antonio Riveters. And it looks like one more as well is coming on.
Looks like Marm Dunnigan again from the Austin Valkyries, subbing in for the number 13, Abby Higgins.
So Ireland off, Higgins off. And also Kimbrough's off.
Pookie again for the drive, pushing it towards the end. Ball is still in play. Shifting off to Jackson. Jackson plowing through the gain line as TRU's fighting for the ball. Bit of a scramble, but was able to recover. 10 shifting all the way out to the number 12, Alex Fletcher, as they take it on the inside. But being met, looks like that might have been Casey Reynolds that met her right there. Number 10 resetting for Pacific Northwest. Again, nice clearing from Pacific Northwest as they slow down the pace just a little bit. Going out to Fletcher yet again, or excuse me, Erica Ferris again. And recovered by Mary Waller. Offload to the dare. Not quite there. It's caused a knock. They're going to bring it back just a little bit.
Looks like we've got a couple of replacements coming on for Pacific Northwest. Tia Tiapo comes back on. She did go on for a little bit for Pookie, and Pookie was able to stay. And then we also have Bailey Shaw at the University of Washington coming on for Pacific. Some fresh legs. So Pookie does come off for the second time. Gonzalez.
Yes. Looks like Angela Gonzalez of Pacific Northwest also gets subs out as well. Looks like we're getting ready to sub out. Or excuse me, start up a scrum again. Casey Reynolds will be putting in for the scrum.
It's a good put in Pacific with a push. Leslie has to pick it off the back. It's behind the back pass to Reynolds. It's a little bit messy, so another knock on. This is really good field position for Pacific.
Again, Pacific, we're seeing that defensive line pressure getting put on, something that we did see yesterday. So it looks like they're kicking into gear. Whatever chat that they had during the halftime point, looks like they're putting in the gear, they're putting into play, pushing TRU against their the backs again. Again, we've seen time and time again, both teams getting out of that, push back against the wall as we start off for yet another scrum. This time, Pacific Northwest scrum. Let's see what they can do.
We've got Farias at the back, so she could go either way. She can go with Tillman or go with her full line. It's off the back of Jackson. Here comes Farias off her shoulder. She's going to give it to Tillman. She does. It's behind the back. It's now Tillman and Smith. Tillman is in. Looks like she's a little bit short. It's still with Pacific. Lots of players in there rucking. Copeland there. Short ball. Driven back by Texas. Still with Pacific. Going to go to the right this time. Hey, Sean. All of them. All of them. Penalty. Looks like Texas not rolling away on that one. Going to go quickly. Just a little bit short. They're knocking on the door. The ball at the back. It's Hopkins, excuse me. Looks like Hopkins, maybe held up. We're going to have a chat. We'll see.
Held up.
Held up. Wow, what effort, though, by Pacific.
Yes, I mean, we've seen the power play push through. Their back line was ready, but they saw an opportunity for those forwards to push through. Again, great effort from TRU, defensive effort right there to hold the ball up, ball awareness, field awareness rather, to keep the ball up. And again, Adira holding the ball up, great defensive point right there from her.
So this will come back. It'll be a drop kick to Pacific. It should come back to them. Looks like it's going to be Farias. Copeland. Farias on the loop. That dummy is so dangerous. She does it again. She did this all day yesterday. She's finally caught, though. Quick ball. They look to go quick on the left. Out to Vienne, to Fletcher. She's going to go around the outside. Into the corner. Try is given. What a turnaround.
What a great turnaround. Beating Marm on the outside. Marm Dunnigan on the outside and coming in on that corner. Great effort right there for Pacific Northwest. That brings our new score, TRU 64, Pacific Northwest 10. Oh, excuse me.
Really great stuff from Pacific. This is what we saw a lot of yesterday. They weren't afraid to use their forwards. We are seeing them go a little bit faster and using those opportunities and recognizing when they are having the ball at the back of the base and they can go quickly.
Oh, okay.
That scored? I don't remember. Just waiting for the kick conversion attempt. Looks like it's Copeland. A lot of those kicks have been from that side of the field. Oh, it has great distance off the pad, almost.
Not quite there yet. Score will remain as we're now setting up for TRU to kick off to Pacific Northwest.
We did have another substitution. Nadira missed 5 tries is coming off, and we'll have Ari Gisick of Sam Houston State University coming onto the pitch for Texas, for TRU.
Honestly, if I was Indira Smith, I'd be having a great day. 5 tries.
Yeah, really put her stamp on this match.
Definitely.
All right, Nava's going to get us restarted here. It's a shallow kick. Hopkins on the hop. Coming across, looking like she's offloading to Shaw. Still with Pacific, driving forward. Got a player in the way there, just stepping over the scrum half out to Farias. Big tackle by Abby. Gonna try to go fast here to Fletcher. Tillman, she's dangerous in space. Tackled well. Scrum half is in, so we may see the pick here from Jackson. She may dish it. Oh, she's going to dish it. She has all the skills. Out to Shaw again. Breaking 1-2 tackles. They've got a little bit of space on the outside. If they can move it left, Farias sees it. Skips Hopkins. Out to Vienne on the wing, on the fullback. Still has it. Still on her feet, driving forward. Finally brought down. Full line here. Farias has choices. She goes to Jackson. Jackson's going to carry. Looking for that offload. She keeps it. And you can hear the settle call. The settle call, Pacific wanting to get set up. They don't always go quick. Box kick. Can try and see a foot race. We have a new wing for TRU to see if they can get something out of this. It does go into touch, so it'll be a TRU line out.
Little frantic on those last few phases. However, Pacific Northwest has been able to maintain possession the entire time. TRU applying that pressure, again, pushing them closer and closer towards their danger zone. Yet again, we've seen it time and time again, they're getting out of, especially with those great box kicks that we've seen from Pacific Northwest, as Amanda Martinez is getting ready to throw in for TRU.
You can see TRU's got advantage in the lineout. They have way more numbers, but decided to go off the top. Whitney Oman Wilson with another big kick pass. Vienne's there, takes it on the run. She beats 1-2. She's got green grass in front of her. Whitney Oman's trying to come around. Nice tackle by Whitney Oman, but she offloads to Shaw. Defense getting organized. Out to Jackson. She offloads. Out to Hopkins. Big flooding blue jerseys in their face, though. Abby with the first attempt. Gabby with the tackle. They're going to keep going the same direction. Going to change now. Pod waiting. Into the hands of Shaw. TRU, you can hear him calling pull right. Penalty, though, not rolling. Going to take their time, Pacific. They go Farias out to Tillman. She offloads. And again, this is looking really good for Pacific. Vienne out to Fletcher. She's on the edge there. It's got to be very tight. Missed one tackle. She offloads. Oh, it's going to be review. We'll have to check this one. Did she get it down or did she drop that? That was Hansen.
Looks like the call is that they dropped, and unfortunately, looks like Pacific Northwest is taking a page off the TRU book with those quick offloads. As we've seen, shifting the ball to open space. We've seen it before time and time again from TRU. Again, Pacific Northwest just pulled a page from TRU, managed to get it from their danger zone all the way to the opposite side of the field. And looks like it will be a drop kick from TRU. Unfortunate hands right there, what we consider a knock, as they set up for a scrum.
Big turnaround there. Looks like we got a couple of substitutions for the TRU. Denisha D coming on from the San Antonio Riveters.
Come on, D. Come on, D.
And also Amy Martello of Dallas Harlequins for TRU. We do have the benefit of a delayed broadcast on YouTube. I was able to rewatch that, so that saving tackle there was by Ari Gisick of Sam Houston State. Maybe if we had a TMO, it did look a little high. We might be talking about some other things here, maybe a yellow card there, but nonetheless saving that try.
Thank you. Abby coming out. Looks like Dr. T. Littleton coming out as well. Fantastic hits from her and Abby, making a very definitive impact from the first half and this first 20 minutes of this match, or excuse me, of this half. So great job for those two as they get subbed in.
Beautiful feed by Casey Reynolds. Not legal by any means, but TRU maintains possession. Leslie with the carry there. Out to Whitney Oman Wilson to Crow.
Come on, Mar. Come on, Mar. There you go, Mar.
Nice carry there by TRU. Going backwards a little bit. We're starting to see that launch by Pacific. Starting to pressure on defense. Oman Wilson's going to clear. Fletcher's back in the fullback position. Bounces a couple of times. She's going to grab it. She's got a little bit of support on her outside shoulder. Let's see if she uses it. She decides to go down with it. Pacific getting organized here. Copeland at the back of the base. She dishes it out to Collins. Big tackle. Some fresh legs out there. Out to Farias. That dummy again. Looking for that shoulder offload, but it's picked by Texas Leslie's long arms. Going to go quickly. It's Waller with the carry. They need help on the right here. Lots of green grass. Out to Crow. Mari. Nava. Out to Ari. Comes to us by way of Japan. Now at Sam Houston State. Lots of bodies in there. Crow going to pick that up and then give it to Casey.
Great effort right there as they're trying to push it. D. Shipman. Come on, Denisha Shipman. Fighting. Great effort right there. She pushes through to Omaha Wilson to Mary Waller. Finally going down. The support right there. Looks like we do have a TRU player down. As the medic checks Emma's down. Looks like the medic's checking her out. Again, ball's being picked up by Marissa Marm Dunnigan as she takes it down as well. Right on the touch. Great effort. Great power push from TRU. As we take time to have our medic look at Emma as she is currently down.
TRU having to work out of their own end goal there. Really having to push up forward. Great double kicks by Whitney Oman Wilson to get them up the field. And now we're just waiting to see how Emma is going to, just getting looked at.
While our medics taking a look at our TRU player, let's just talk about the great effort that was made by TRU. Again, Pacific Northwest having that momentum from getting from one side of the field to the other, and then TRU kicking it into gear, realizing, hey, you know, we have a fantastic lead. Let's keep that going, kicking it into gear, pushing it all the way through. We've seen some great power plays by Denisha D. Sitman of San Antonio, especially Marm in the middle. Marissa Marm Dunnigan from the Austin Valkyries, she also pushed through as well, making those contacts right there. And looks like Fa Lolohea of Grand Prairie Mavericks, Lady Mavericks, is going to be subbing in for Emma so they can continue the game. Emma's still being looked at. Yesterday we saw a lot of power plays from Fa Lolohea as well, so we're definitely excited to see her play for these couple of minutes of this match.
We do have 2 more matches coming up for you today. 12:30 South Panthers Midwest White Tier 2 championship. Big game. Winner moves up to Tier 1. Loser stays in Tier 2. At 2:15 Midwest Green Capital Tier 1 championship. Another big game. We're going to give away some hardware. I'm looking at the trophy here. It's looking pretty sweet. You can drink out of it. It's looking good. You can drink whatever you want out of it. I mean, some water, some Gatorade. Adult beverage.
I like the choices that you mentioned to drink from the hardware. But yes, definitely looking to give out some hardware to these amazing teams again. We've had a full 2 days of full-packed rugby playing, high-level playing of rugby from yesterday and today. Again, as time is off, as our medics are still looking into our TRU player. Looks like she's able to get up, so we're getting ready to continue time in just a moment. As looks like we're going to be setting up for a line out in just a moment.
Good to see her up on her feet.
Again, Fa Lolohea, number 25, is going to be subbing in for Emma Ora as she's getting looked at by medics. We're just waiting for our rep to give us a signal to turn time back on, and we shall continue.
It's up, and it's tapped off the top by Pacific out to Jackson. They're going to run this out. Oh, we do have a kick attempt. It's low and blocked. No knock, says the referee. We're going to play on.
Looks like we're covered by Marm Dunnigan as they're able to shift off. Casey on to Fa Lolohea. Fa inching closer and closer towards the try line. On to Madison Omaha Wilson to Nava. Looks like to Ari. Ari trying to get into on the outside. Ball lost. Casey tried to reset. A little bit frantic.
Yeah, forward pass there. Maybe just a little bit disoriented, so we'll see a Pacific scrum.
Again, Pacific with the backs against the wall. Let's see if they can get out of it. We've seen it again. We've seen it time and time before. Again, great, amazing plays from that offload from Casey Reynolds to Fa Lolohea as she pushed through. Unfortunately, got a little chaotic on the sideline right there, so it will be a Pacific Northwest scrum.
Changing this up, we've got a new scrum half coming in. Copeland maybe just going to the wing. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. But it looks like it might be Brown putting this one in. Out the back, Jackson dishing it out. Going to try to clear this. It's right into Schroeder's hands. She's brought down. Going to go. Bunch of Pacific players in there. They're trying to steal. Looks like it's going to stay with Texas TRU, though. The wedge happening. The Cavalier attack. Still with Texas TRU. Going to go out to the backs. Whitney Oman. Wilson to Crow. Crow beats one. She's tied up. Looks like she's able to get it down.
First try for Crow Diedick of San Antonio. Great effort right there. Great pod work right before it was offloaded off to Crow. And what a way to put the ball down for the try right in the center, making it easy for D. Nava to kick off up there.
Got about 8 minutes left in this match. And it looks pretty safe to say that TRU will be staying in Tier 2. Really tough to see the defending champions moving down to Tier 1, but we already talked to their coaches this morning. They'll be back next year. They have had a change in leadership in Pacific Northwest, so we're really excited they were able to make it this year. There was some worry that they wouldn't be able to make it, but they'll be back next year, and we know they'll be stronger for it.
Definitely excited to see them next year as well. Again, still a great line of rugby getting ready to happen as well, too, as Pacific Northwest sets up to kick back off to TRU.
You said that backwards for Tier 1 and 2.
Which part? The kick is going to be a low driving kick. It's off the foot of Nunu. She falls on it. Apologize, that's Amanda Martinez. See who ends up with it. Jackson did jump on it. Penalized TRU for not releasing. Looks like they're going to go with the tap. Thought about the kick to touch for a moment. Imagine Jackson's going to get this. She does. Well tackled, though. And the poach attempt is on. Just waiting for the referee to see what they see. There we go. Roth with the call. Ball carrier not releasing. So turned over to the TRU.
Yeah, great poach attempt by Fa Lolohea, definitely winning it for it. As Madison Omaha Wilson. Great catch from Tracy Young, the manager of the TRU, catching the kick. As their team players are yelling for the manager to put him in, throw a jersey to her for her to catch.
Wouldn't be such a bad idea. She's a personal trainer. Does a lot of working out. She could probably still play. I mean, we did play. We went to Corpus Christi and played beach sand, and it was amazing.
Lord.
Only the children from Oklahoma City beat us. The 20-year-olds beat us, old alumni. It was fun. Anyways, off the top, enough of my glory days. Casey Reynolds out to Denisa Shipman, to Gabby, former teammates. Great rumbling run by Gabby with the Superman. Then out to Whitney Oman Wilson. Nice little switch to Crow. She gives it to Martinez, who's just got legs for days. Inside the 22 now. Out to Whitney Ullman Wilson again with a little dummy herself. Gets him within 5. They may get to the forwards and start using their power now. To Shipman. But good defense there by Pacific, driving them back, messing that ball up. Looks like they're going to keep it. They want to go wide here. They're calling for it. Out to Waller. She's rumbling. Crow's trying to take it from her. Crow beats 1. Good cover tackle by Jackson. Crow touching it down. Another try.
2 tries for Crow. Diedick of San Antonio. Great offloads from getting that ball to sideline. And great effort. Amazing run by Nunu right there. As we saw those power legs from the 50-meter mark all the way through. So definitely great effort made by TRU that roundabout.
Yeah, at this point, these tries are just like cherries on the top, right, of the cake or the ice cream or whatever your choice of dessert is. Really nice turnaround for TRU yesterday, really showing their focus and commitment to trying to stay in the top tier.
D Novice setting up for yet another angled conversion kick. Looks like just wide, unfortunately. However, great effort made by D Nava.
Few moments left in this match, maybe 3-4 minutes. And see Roth checking her clock. Referee. Got a really big firecracker match coming up for you next. I'm really excited about this one in the Tier 2 Championship. South Panthers, new to our tournament. They've been an all-star program for a long time. Are taking on Midwest White, their second team. This is going to be a really good match. Hope you'll tune in.
Ball taken in by Fa Lolohea. This is passed out to Gabby. Gabby making way as they cover over Casey with the quick ball offload to Madison Wilson. Passes all the way out to Natalie on the wing. Good hands for her as she chases all the way to the end. Bit of a loose ball, but TRU is able to maintain possession as Casey takes her time offloading to Ren Yuming as she goes in. Casey again to Fa Lolohea. Fa running it through. Covered down, picked up by Gabby. As it's now covered through Pacific Northwest. They're setting up the defensive line, trying to prevent them from gaining any more meters. Marm with the take-in. Marm dragging all the way to the 50-meter mark. Casey onto Denisha Shipman. D, as she's able to plow through the 50-meter mark. Great cover for her. Mary Waller again plowing through the game line as they set up. Great pod work as it is knocked on. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. Great effort from both teams. TRU is able to take the W.
Really nice match there. TRU pumped up coming into this one after a tough loss yesterday. Really congratulations to them. And Pacific, we'll see you next year.
I'll take the completed cards.